Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the UU Road to Top 10. Thank you everybody for all the support on the, I think I smacked my mic, my bad. Thank you everybody for all the support on the previous episode. Of course, if you do enjoy this one, I would love if you leave a like. This is one of the 24 videos that I am uploading today on my birthday. Now we have a team today from Altaria Offense, and it actually is Altaria Offense, so well, more like Altaria bulky offense, but yeah, let's get right into the team preview. Alright, so the first member of the team is my favorite Pokemon, Suicune, and we are using probably everybody's least favorite set, Vincoon, which is Calm Mind, Protect, Scald, and Substitute. The idea behind this Pokemon is to basically pressure stall your opponent. Their counters, such as Amoonguss. Amoonguss loses 1v1 to this because it gets pressure stalled out of Giga Drains, and obviously Sub allows you to avoid both Clear Smog and Spore. But this is a fire resistant team, and overall just a very bulky win con for the squad. Alolan Muck is the next member, and Alolan Muck is there to pursue Trap, Calm Mind, Latias, which is something that can give Sub Calm Mind Suicune a problem. It also has Fire Punch to potentially check something like Scizor, as well as Knock Off, which is the most spammable move it has, and Gunk Shot is there just to hit fairies incredibly hard. Harder than Poison Jab, obviously. It's just a good stab in general. Does a lot to Hydreigon, and weakening that is really nice for Suicune. Palossand is the next member on the squad. Now, Palossand provides us with a Terrakion check, a fighting type check in general, a stealth rocker for the team, and just a very good bulky pivot with reliable recovery and shore up, and obviously its own leftovers. It has enough Spadef to not be 2-hit KO'd by Mega Manectric, to not basically go down to Mega Manectric in 2 hits. And again, Toxic is nice for dealing with Pokemon that are in the air that otherwise Earth Power does not hit. So Pokemon like Mega Aerodactyl, Pokemon like Hydreigon coming in, Pokemon like Latias, basically you're just able to wear them down with that. In Mega Aerodactyl's case, if it doesn't have Taunt, it cannot beat you 1v1. Especially if it has Aqua Tail, because your Water Compaction ends up activating, raising your defense even higher. Rotom Heat is the next member of the squad. Rotom Heat is the Scizor check on the team. It is also the designated defogger for the squad. It's Papa Berry with Volt Switch, Overheat, Toxic, and Defog. Toxic is very nice for bulky ground types, which Rotom Heat does invite in. Also nice for Pokemon like Como, which can be problems, but again, Defog is there, and Papa Berry gives us some longevity versus something like Scizor in the late game. So we can play our Rotom a little bit differently, especially versus Pokemon like opposing Altaria. They're 100% problems. So being able to Toxic them and Volt Switch around and just pivot in on them and deal with them is really nice for Rotom. Mega Altaria is the next member of the squad. It is a defensive Dragon Dancing set with max HP, 72 defense, 184 speed. That way we are faster than max speed Bisharp, and everything below that. The defense allows us to take on 2 Earthquakes from Crocodile after Rocks, as well as take Psyshocks from Latias. This is our fairy type, so it's a designated, I don't know if I'm saying designated, man, like I'm driving or something, but it's a Hydreigon check, it's a Latias check, it's a Crocodile check, it's a Cobalion check, kind of, not really. More so a Como check than a Cobalion check. Sorry, I was just looking at the last Pokemon, but Altaria is a win con with Refresh. We can set up on fatter teams that their main way of dealing with this Pokemon, like for example, if we fight this team, if we fight this Altaria, we're probably going to lose because our main way of dealing with it will be Rotom, but also damaging it with Cobalion, which is the last member of the squad. It is Dual Dance Cobalion. This Pokemon got a lot of love earlier in the generation, I feel, and at the moment, it really hasn't been doing too much. But I'm excited to use it again. All Out Pummeling at +2 allows you to deal with bulky Pokemon such as Alomola, and it's also just a nuke in general. While Gliscor was allowed in the tier, I would typically use Steelium Z, Corkscrew Crash, but I very much like this is a Pokemon for the team, having a good speed tier and giving us a win con outside of Altaria. But that's the team. Let us get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have a game versus Piff. It has been a while since I have played this guy. It's been a long while. Now, as far as leads go, I have to be very careful. I think that my Suicune is absolutely useless in this game. He has Volcanion, he has Celebi, he has the Primarina, but at the same time, I kind of like it too. Just because it can Toxic this, potentially letting Suicune do work. I'm very, very, very weak to Celebi. This might just be an L, not because we're playing Piff, but mainly the matchup I'm not liking too much. Cobalion can win, I suppose. But it needs a lot done for it. So we're going to lead Rotom because it's the only lead that I have that doesn't put me in a terrible position turn 1 versus something like Primarina. And we'll always Volt Switch here. For sure the better play. I don't mind Altaria coming in because I obviously have Natural Cure and I can resist every hit. Whereas if he if he was to burn my I'm not Mega Evolving, dude. If he was to burn my my Muck, it'd be a little bit scarier for me. Huh. Man. I'm gonna start Dragon Dancing up on this dude. Because I can refresh later if need be. I'm not gonna Mega Evolve here. I'm gonna force in Scizor. Which I'm pretty sure he's gonna go out to soon. But yeah, I can Roost in as he gets in Scizor. He's obviously gonna go for U-turn, but I'll always go out into my he might Pursuit, but I'll always go Rotom here. As again, that's really bad. Especially because he's going to get an Arrow. Or even Crocodile and potentially Pursue me. Palossand takes 2 knockoffs, so Palossand is my play as he gets up rocks. I'm going to attempt to do the same. He might be Taunt, considering he got up rocks with his Crocodile. I would much rather get up my own rocks and try and weaken his entire team. Especially because this thing is a problem. Moonblast is so free versus me, man. This is the only thing that Muck can really stop. Ah. That's pretty cool. I like this set. I'm gonna knock right here. He's using Metronome, I'm assuming. I'm gonna knock anticipating Crocodile to want to come out. I thought that would be his better switch. And I get rid of his Rocky Helmet. Do I poison him too? Fantastic for me. Absolutely fantastic. This should allow me to get in my Palossand and not really care. Again, his knockoff doesn't do too much to me. I'll be able to eat it up. But that Primarina is a threat. That Primarina is a giant threat. Like, on the real, Primarina is a massive threat. I'm assuming it's Specs Echoed Voice. I'll always go Muck. It can still take 1. He can always Moonblast or Scald and deal with me as well. Or Sparkling Aria. Yeah, all that works. But I needed to make this play. I couldn't. This is the only Pokemon that, like, I needed this for Celebi, but I need this for Primarina. There's a lot that this team needs to put in some work. I'm just gonna lose to the Celebi, I feel. Doubling out to Scizor. I mean, Altaria. I should have went Altaria hard and just, I wonder if he's Metronome. Yeah, I'm gonna Calm Mind up and see if I can at least pressure him a little bit with that, because I know he's definitely Metronome, and I'm boosting it at this point. He is Metronome, man. So I mean, if I weaken this, it's Celebi I need weaken too. I can win with Dual Dance Cobalion. Cobalion can do it. Cobalion can definitely do it. And I know he's Metronoming me right now, and I just gotta try and burn him and break him through it. I've used this to beat me 1v1 as well. Can we get some more damage, please? I need some help. Alright. I'll be able to go Altaria here and just click Frustration, which is not even going to knock him out, by the way. Altaria would not be able to knock out Primarina, but at least weaken it to the point of maybe Cobalion hopefully doing something for me. Like, this is really a tight matchup, man. Weaken you. Oh, I actually knock out Primarina. I'm completely surprised. I took out Primarina there. But Scizor's going to come out. I'll always go Rotom here as he BPs. Nice. Click the Overheat on potentially the Crocodile coming out. I'm good with that as well, so he doesn't have that Intimidate. He doesn't have that Intimidate pivot to stop me when I go +2 later. And I'm assuming the Aerodactyl is going to come out, yep. So we'll save this. We're going to attempt to Toxic. As he does Aqua Tail, which is fantastic because, like I said, I can take that. I'm going to attempt to Toxic the incoming Celebi. Or Volcanion, that works too. This thing is still a good pivot. Not really. Man, this is annoying. I can't let Celebi do its thing versus me. If I go Rotom, I take too much damage. But I don't think he has Earthquake on his Aerodactyl, which would be pretty key. But at the same time, Celebi's just going to be able to Nasty Plot up and beat me down. I sack Altaria here. He has Earthquake on his Aerodactyl, unfortunately. I mean, I can still win with Iron Head, like Lucky Iron Heading. Because all out pummeling will deal with the Scizor. But I have to Lucky Iron Head his Celebi to death. That's my play. It got closer than I thought it would be. I really thought Celebi would just come out at any given point, Nasty Plot up and win. But knowing Piff, he's probably using a really fun Celebi set, which I would not be opposed to at this current point in time. Maybe SD? Nope. Good game, dude. Yeah, I don't know how I like what I could have done to break through his squad there. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. That was just a bad Metronome Primarina. My best answer is a muck. My best answer to Celebi is a muck. My best answer to Volcanion is muck / Altaria that can't touch it. I'm forced out early as well. Like maybe if he didn't crit me. If he didn't crit me with that U-turn initially, maybe Rotom would have been healthy enough to take on a Bloom Doom and a Bullet Punch. But even then, I don't know. I don't know at that point. But yeah, we'll pause it, guys, until we find another battle. Bear back. Alright, guys, we got another game, and I'm not really liking this one too much either, just because our Altaria answers are pretty limited. But Hydreigon is definitely checked by Altaria. I'm actually going to lead off with Altaria, because I think our Altaria actually can beat him too. Depending on his Swampert set, I'm going to Mega Evolve and just start Dragon Dancing. He might not just be able to beat this if he's Toxic and not Roar. Yeah, if he's Toxic and not Roar, I can actually 6-0 his team right now. I may just be able to 6-0 his team right now. Yup, never mind. I might have spoken a little bit too soon because I beat Rotom 1v1, I beat everything. Like, I was worried he would do this exact same thing to me. But it's looking like we could 6-0 his team. Especially if he misses a Toxic, because at this point I think I 2 KO him. Yep. Give me that. Give me this. Doesn't matter if he goes Rotom. So it gives me Swampert. Like I said, this was what I was very, very, very worried about. Refresh. Doesn't matter. I'm defensive too, so I don't even know if Lucario will knock me out with any hit. Even if it's Bullet Punch. And he'll die to this. Again, this is what I thought he would do to me. Which is why I decided to do it first. That's just it. I decided to do it first because I thought that I would just straight up lose to his own Altaria. So if I said, and also Hydreigon kind of just clicks Draco for free versus my team, unless I'm Mega Evolved, so I kind of had to do that. But I took the gamble of him potentially not being Roar Swampert versus Toxic Swampert. I like Toxic Swampert a lot myself. Actually, you know, wearing down Hydreigon is really nice, and wearing down Grass Switchins and even other bulky waters that want to come in. So I'm glad it worked out for me. But pause it, guys, until we find another battle. Bear back. Alright, guys, so we have another game, and he is incredibly Suicune weak because he has no water resist. So Suicune should be the way I win this team. This game. Altaria is also another mon if I can get rid of Scizor, but that'll be a little bit harder, I feel. As far as leads go, I think Rotom is fantastic. Rotom is absolutely fantastic. Doesn't care too much about what he can do versus me. I don't mind toxicking him as well. Like, I'm not as worried about Scizor because I have all out pummeling. I have my Suicune. I have a few options for that. So we'll Volt Switch here. If he wins a speed tie, so be it. Getting that toxic off on Rotom is going to be really key for my Altaria beating it later too. Nice. Nothing but speed ties won. And we can get out my Palisade and just get on my rocks. Beautiful. I wonder if you'll toxic me because you're taking so much damage, right? He doesn't like this Pokemon much either, considering he has a bunch of physical attackers in Gengar. I'm gonna shore up here. I don't really mind you doing that, dude. You'll die to poison this turn, and you're giving me Rotom. And again, Suicune checks everything that... Now, this ain't even a problem, bro. I just go hard Gengar. This is not even a problem, my man. He might double, but there's not very many doubles he can make that actually threaten me. To the point where, like, I was like, oh crap, man, I can't switch into Hippowdon anymore. No, I have an Altaria. I have a Rotom. I don't really care. In fact, if I'm him, I double. I feel like toxic again. I'm going Rotom. Let me be safer. I mean, excuse me, Alolan Muck. Alright, so... Palisand might just drop to the overheat. I kind of doubt it, but it might. I honestly doubt it. And as much as I like this, like I said, to check this Pokemon, I feel like these cover it very easily. So I'm just gonna click rocks here. And if he switches out, no big deal. Like, this is why I wanted to click. Overheat will definitely not knock me out. Yeah, and he gives me a Powdon to not only give both of us rocks, but also a Toxic on a Powdon, which is so nice for Cobalion. And I get Shore Up as well, so I get maximum recovery here. So a lot of good came out of this turn. A lot of very good came out of this turn. And he goes for Whirlwind too. Nice. So I get out of there with at 100%. Fantastic. No point in taking an Earthquake with this Pokemon. I can always just Shore Up again. And the Powdon is now in range of +2 all-out pummeling. Also +2 close combat. Scizor comes out. What's your game plan with this? Are you banded? That doesn't look banned. That might be banded. I feel like I go Cobalion now and I win. Like, actually. Look like all-out pummeling here. Because it'll either A, knock out Scizor, or also deal with the Powdon when it comes in. Had he went for another knockoff, obviously I would have close commented there instead. But because of his answers to... Dude, what is happening here? A Guave? What the... Is Scizor a Guave too? I bet you they're all a Guave. All of them. Every last one of these guys is a Guaver. I'm tired of this Pokemon. Don't give me this. I'm actually, like, losing to Gallade slowly, but at the same time, Suicune's still really good. So, gives me a Powdon. Gallade is going to come out. You got Shadow Sneak, you Scarf? What's happening? He actually has Shadow Sneak. That's funny. Galtaria. Mega Evolve and click Frustration here. I'll eat every hit. And he gives me Gallade, which is so good for Suicune. Yeah, because Suicune just wins at this point. Big old Scizor going to come out. I can just sack Palisand. Like, it's not necessary at this point. And I get in Rotom and I can just click Volt Switch. I don't even see a reason to not click Volt Switch here because he's going to sack his own Rotom. I get in Suicune, which is in versus Scizor, right? It's in versus Infernape. It's in versus Gengar. And just in case he close combats a game, Altaria lives a hit. So that's why I made that play. Give me this Pokemon. Hey, no. No. Give me this Pokemon. He also can't SD up on me with Scizor. I mean, I don't know why he did that unless he had Defog on his Scizor too. Ape. I'll guarantee live it with Suicune. I click Scald here. Doesn't paralyze me. Scald's gonna knock him out. Scizor gonna come out. I'm gonna click Scald versus that, and I'll be game. Good game, dude. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. It did. It did. It did. Okay, we'll pause it, guys, until we find another game. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, we have a game, and this guy looks like he's 6-0 by Suicune. Like, legitimately 6-0 by Suicune. Obviously, he has Chestnut and things like that, but once they get burnt, they don't care, and I can pressure stall half his team. I very much love Rotom as a lead, as it's the only lead, again, that has a good matchup versus Primarina, but also having a good matchup versus half his team is very, very nice. I'm assuming he might go for Rocks here, but he could Toxic. Either way, if we get up Rocks, which is the only Rocker, I'll definitely trade him if possible. I'll Toxic here. Attempting to catch Chestnut, but also Primarina. Nice. He's also super weak to Altaria, man. Like, I don't see how he stops Altaria at all. I just Dragon Dance up with it, man. I'm faster than Magneton. Oh, it's bold. Okay, so it's bold Primarina. Like, I'll eat this Moonblast up, but I don't want to just... how much does Moonblast do? Altaria. My custom set. Primarina, Rest Talker. They don't have the Rest Talk set in this? Why don't you have Rest Talk in this? That's what people be using. 67 to 80%. Yo, it's a lot. Start knocking some items real quick. Pokeaim. I need to play this smarter because I'm putting myself in position to lose to the Shark. But at the same time, I'm also putting myself in position to win with Cobalion. Bro, the name is it's actually Pokeaim. Like this is Pokeaim. Anyway, ends up giving me Magneton, which is so good for me because I did not like switching into choice specs. This is, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, but why is this your answer? I'm gonna knock this. This might be Scarf. I'm gonna knock this. This might be Scarf. Thank you. Go and give me that choice Scarf. You don't need it. Get in my boy. Quick Iron Head here. You go Cobalion, I get an Altaria, I Roost. It's Rest Off Primarina, so once I get the Suicune in a position where it wins, which it's a very likely position. I don't see Palossand's use at all. Yeah, I don't see Palossand's use at all. I'm surprised he scalded over anything else, but this should be time to Suicune. He gets a drop, which is annoying, but again, this is where Suicune comes in basically where Suicune comes in handy. I'm fast in this too. He won't be able to break my sub either. Let me go ahead and get as many boosts as possible. I'm surprised this was his option, or was what he decided to do versus me. Let me go ahead and get my combo. I told you this was Suicune's game. Especially because it takes him multiple to knock me out, and I get multiple combines too. Actually, I got a sub. Oh, I got a sub again. I can't let him get in Shark on me. Seismic tosses. I'm gonna get my +6 special attack soon and start scalding you soon. Get my +6 special attack even if they sassy. This is why Suicune is fire. This is why Suicune is nasty. Look at that, 38% too. Oof. That should cut Seismic Toss damage in half, by the way. Don't tell me you disagree. That should definitely cut Seismic Toss damage in half. That should. This doesn't matter. If he doesn't softball, he loses to this anyway. Ooh, multiple soft boils. Okay, I see what he's doing. I mean, I don't really care. I'll get my Suicune back up to full, and I'll do this again versus you later. Also, I just realized this boy about to lose to this. Altaria beats Primarina, but I gotta wear it down. Man, if we want to do this, we can do this, bro. I got time. Ooh. He has literally one Seismic Toss left that he could do versus me. I'll pause it, guys, until something happens here. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, guys, and eventually I crit Blissey, so I was able to 2-hit KO it, and now I have a +6 Suicune. I have a +6 Suicune behind a sub. I will definitely knock out Sharpedo. And I'm faster because he's adamant Sharpedo. This does not matter at all because that's a regular Sharpedo. So I'm faster than him because he's adamant. Can do some big damage too. 40%, 39, not bad. Worst he can do is the worst thing he can actually do is like rest. But even then, at this point, because all these Pokemon are gone, Suicune was able to do it. But yep. So Suicune was able to do that right there. We definitely have more time in this video, so I'll be right back with another battle, guys. Alright, guys, so we have a game. Now, I know his entire team because I've used it. Adamant Sharpedo, Scarf Hydreigon, Rest Talk Primarina, Life Orb Mamoswine, Nasty Plot Lucario, SD U-Turn Scizor. I'm going to lead off with Cobalion. If he leads off Well, basically, if he let off with anything that wasn't this, I would have been in a better position. We're gonna go Muck on the Scald and attempt to. Well, unfortunately, we get burnt. We're gonna attempt to do something there, but what I was gonna do is knock off here on potentially Mamoswine coming in. I guess Lucario can come in too if it wants to. As far as winning this game goes, it's SD U-turn Scizor. So getting that damage off on it is really nice. Assume he's just gonna U-turn here. Basically, I need to know the Cobalion damage versus that Restock Primarina. I've been just going off head calcs. Oh, Iron Head barely 2 KOs, but it does 2 KO, which is important. Nice, he goes Primarina. And what I can do is Pursuit it again. I get rid of Leftovers, which is guaranteed for the KO. I'm assuming he's going to switch now to Mamoswine or something. I'm trying to basically not be in a position where this mon is a giant threat to me. So I'm getting all the damage I need on this thing. I get the poison off on Primarina, which is fantastic. Is he just scouting for that? Like, what is he doing? I'm trying to figure this out. He loses to Suicune. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that happens right now. He does not deal with this Pokemon, period. Just like the last guy. And this is Adamant Shark, so I have an opportunity to burn him right here too. Yep. And this should mean Suicune wins the game. I knew Suicune would win this game at the start, excuse me. But it was all about not losing to Lucario, so I had to be really careful about that. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about that burn, dude. That's why we use Scald, right? That's not why we use Surf. That's why we use Scald. So we'll look for another game, guys, and I'll pause it until we find one. Be right back. All right, so we have another game. So my thought process going into this game is get rid of Klefki, and my Altaria just wins. My Altaria literally just wins. I'm just worried about not too much, honestly. But yeah, Altaria wins if I get rid of Klefki. I'm gonna definitely use Palossand as something that can weaken something early. It breaks through him, and obviously weakening this with Toxic is really nice too. Yo, he can't kill me, huh? I bet you I'm gonna beat this Swampert 1v1, and I think this Palossand might be able to beat half his team 1v1 too. Because I literally Toxic it. I have it on a timer now, right? I have this boy on a timer. He's upping my defenses, so Sharpedo cannot beat me. The only thing that would be a little bit annoying is when the Swampert is in Torrent. But he has upped my defenses, so Sharpedo cannot beat me, Infernape cannot beat me, Bisharp cannot beat me. So things are looking pretty good from the start. Yeah, things are looking really good. He does go for Roar though, realizing, wow, this is a giant threat. Hold up. I'm gonna go right back on to Palossand because Palossand is not 2-hit KO'd by his attacks. I don't want to take an Earthquake, obviously, and I can just short up. However, I do have to be careful because he is going to be in Torrent after this. Actually, Torrent into Earthquake. Wait, he's just outside of range. Nah, he's in Torrent. Palossand is still useful. Not really. I said Palossand didn't really... Like, it was useful when it was living hits, but nice. And then switching out. I'm good with that. I'm going to Toxic you. You go for Dragonium, I go Muck after, so I don't really mind. But I'm surprised he didn't Torrent boost his Scald me. I'm assuming now he's going to do it. Get an Altaria here and just go for Roost. Not really worrying too much. The fact that he went Lottie was nice. He didn't want me to obviously trap him. Not trap him, but yeah, trap him with Muck, yeah. So like I talked about Palossand being cool, but it was only cool that turn because it got +4 defense, man. That was it. I'm gonna Mega Evolve here and click Frustration. Doesn't switch into that at all, besides Klefki. I can defog away his rocks very, very, very easily. And Cobalion checks Bisharp, so. Also, by me Mega Evolving, you can't spam Draco versus me. This is an odd switching, dude. Ooh! Clean plays all around. Altaria is going to be useful in making sure I don't lose to Scizor. There's no Scizor on any of these fields. You guys see what I pointed to, right? I'm sorry, I've been recording. I recorded like so many videos today. Oh, I'm tired. This is my last video though. This is my last one, even though this is going up like around 2, I want to say 2 or 4. This is my last one of the day. Nasty Plot Ape could be problematic. Go Palisand here, as he does go for Nasty Plot Ape. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's crazy, because if I all out pummeling there, he's gone. But he still has to hit Fire Blast, unless he has Grass Knot. If that's the case, then I have to win the tie. If that's the case, then I have to win the tie. Does this thing live Earth Power? I'm assuming it does. Palisand. Offensive. Infernape. You Nasty Plot. Oh no, Earth Power destroys this dude. Oh my god, Palisand, you beast! You beast! Bro, you gotta use power, man. If you're using Nasty Plot Ape, you better use power. I like how Palisand said I did nothing. It beat a Swampert. It beat an Infernape. That was more than likely a Z user too. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Boy. Ain't going nowhere anyway. Have no plans? We staying in. We staying in today. Go ahead and give me a close combat switch in right now. Lottie. You don't even have a double for Muck. Go Klefki at default. I don't even care. Cobalion checking Sharpedo. Cobalion out here. I don't even care about rocks myself. Hey, give me this Mon. You don't need it. I'm sorry, I'm getting hyped. Give me this Mon. Give me your fighting resist. Beautiful. Bro, Klefki can't even touch me. I'm gonna knock this boy off too. Fire Punch. You don't need these hazards. Calm down. Yo, calm down. You don't need them. There is no move Bisharp can click that will blow me back. I mean, Sucker Punch obviously, but I'm talking about that will actually beat my team. When I have a Cobalion right here, there's no move I'll lose to right now. I'm pretty sure my Altaria also lives, yeah, I'm at 83%. I 100% live Ice Fang from Mega Sharpedo. I click Close Combat right now and I blow something away. He goes Sharpedo. He's forced to protect. I click All Out Pummeling. He stays in. He gives me an attack raise too, so he can't even win if he goes for another Sucker Punch. I think this might be Scarf Bisharp, the way it's being played. Especially because he had Pursuit. But then again, Scarf Sucker Punch, no? Bam, bam, bum, 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 bum. He might go Klefki and try and Thunder Wave me. It's not a bad play. Nope. Well, you messed up, boy. I can do two things to stun on him. Ooh, okay. Well, now I can do one thing to stun on him. I was gonna say Rock Polish or that. Yeah, bro. Sorry, you need 2 protects in a row to beat me. I'm faster than both. Good game, my man. They call me Cobalion. Bam. 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 I mean, he can still get 3 in a row, too. One more, man. Y'all want to see me Rock Polish again and make this and make them mind games crazy? Y'all want to see the mind games? Y'all want to see me Rock Polish again? I know y'all want to see me Rock Polish again, but I'm not going to Rock Polish again. That's a bad play. I should have Rock Polish a second. Ooh, we got 3 in a row. Boy. You got Earthquake on this thing? What's your set? Can you even touch me? He did have Earthquake on that thing. Alright, don't flinch me, buddy, because I would be very sad to lose this way to a Troll Protect. Hey, Altaria coming through. Good game. Not bad. Alright, guys. Well, we're gonna end it there. Thank you. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. There's a whole bunch of videos being uploaded today, so stay tuned. Goodbye, my friends. I am done. Goodbye.